Hello again, my name is Nicole, but you know me as Plan.Paperless on Instagram. Today I'll be continuing my Plan With Me series and showing you how I set up my digital bullet journal for the month of July. I actually started by making this hot air balloon themed cover page. I ended up not liking it at all and totally changed my theme for the month. To choose my new theme, I went to a different notebook where I keep a collection of all my bullet journal spread ideas. I decided to use inspiration from one of my favorite fruits, cherries. I also named the file in GoodNotes as 07-July, and I used the numbers so that when I open my bookshelf, all the months are in chronological order. I've chosen the setting where they get sorted by name. Usually I like to use the ball pen in size 2.0 as it is thick enough to be visible when I zoom out and thin enough that all the lines of my letters and drawings are distinct. My idea for this cover page kept changing, but ultimately I knew that I just wanted a lot of cherries. I definitely made use of the copy and paste feature for this spread. Another trick that I like to use when I have to copy the same thing over and over is to reselect a chunk of the items that I copied so that I can paste more at a time. This way I can copy so many pieces of a design instead of just one element. Finally, there's my completed title page for July. Next, I created my monthly overview. Since I bullet journal digitally, I'm always trying to find ways to recreate pen and paper spreads in GoodNotes. One thing I've always loved to see from other bullet journalists is watercolor. I try to achieve a similar effect by using the highlighter tool in a light color. The only thing I can't do is blend the colors together. I have seen others use this style in their monthly calendar, but unfortunately I don't remember exactly where I got the idea. If you know who did this first, let me know. I also used the same light highlighter tool to draw some cherry shapes at the bottom of the calendar. I drew the stems and leaves with a custom green color. I used the fountain pen for this part to add a little bit more of an artistic effect to the doodle. Now that the design has been completed, I'll add in all of the big events that I have to look forward to for this month. It's a really exciting month for me, since so many people in my family have birthdays and anniversaries, including myself and my twin brother. I'm also going camping and going to California for a wedding. It's definitely going to be a very, very busy month. The World Cup final is also this month. I created a spread to track all of the standings and games and used the little trophy doodle from that to decorate this square in my calendar. I also keep a sticker book in my GoodNotes app for all the doodles that I've created that I especially like. I copied and pasted a plane that I drew for a previous spread to use for the square when I traveled to California. I definitely had to flip to my birthdays and anniversaries list to make sure I remembered all of the important dates for this month. Next up is my habit and mood tracker. I kept this one pretty simple this month. I mostly just used the red highlighter tool in different shades. And of course, I had to draw more cherries to stick with the theme for the month. Now that I've completed my habit and mood tracker, I can move on to create my gratitude log spread. I like to keep this spread as simple as possible so that it is filled mostly with all the things that I'm grateful for. For the numbers of each day, I just created block letters and colored them in with a red highlighter. I went over each number twice so that the color would be deeper and more saturated. This was definitely the most time-consuming part of the entire process for the month, but I loved how the numbers turned out in the end. Again, I'm using the copy and paste feature to decorate the empty space at the bottom with some cherries. Since this is going to take a while, I'll take the chance to mention that my Etsy sale is still going on until July 13th of 2018. Almost everything in my shop is 30% off, since last month was the 1-year anniversary of Plan.Paperless. Thank you all for your support and for keeping me motivated to stick with my bullet journal. I kept taking breaks between each column of numbers since it was so time-consuming to do them. This way, I didn't get bored and give up on what I was trying to accomplish. Once I finished with the numbers, I went back and added some green leaves with the fountain pen and the highlighter tool to add some different colors to contrast the red. Thankfully, this is a lot quicker than the numbers themselves. I wasn't too concerned with coloring the leaves perfectly since they were so small, and I liked the messy effect that it added. The last part of my planning process is the first weekly spread for the next month. I've used this same template for a really long time since it works so well for me. I used the highlighter tool to color in the block letters that made up the heading for each day. While I'm finishing this, don't forget to give this video a like if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to this channel to see more digital bullet journal videos. Let me know in the comments what you liked and didn't like so that the next video can be even better. Next, I drew these cherries with other pen colors and then outlined them in a really thin black pen. I thought they turned out pretty nice. The last thing I did was add in some of my events and to-dos for the next week so that I can plan accordingly. I used the fountain pen to write my birthday, and then I copied and pasted the writing over itself in a different color to recreate an easy and perfect drop shadow effect. This brings us to the end of my July plan with me. I hope you all enjoyed it, and I hope you have an amazing July. Happy planning!